This is Carolina AM.
Welcome back to Carolina AM. Joining us in the studio this morning is a first-time guest, Jeremy Finger. We had a chance to visit before the show. He's with Riverbend Wealth Management. He's also a certified financial planner. And today, and I got a lot of notes on this, and I was really intrigued with this because of the inflation. We keep hearing about inflation, Jeremy. There are a lot of folks out there that are planning for retirement. Me. I've got friends that are have recently retired. Yeah. And a lot of folks are a lot of anxiety coming because there's so much uncertainty right now in the market. So I don't even know where we would start by giving advice. I know that you have many clients and you do this every day, but we have a lot of ground to cover in a short amount of time.
Yeah. It's first off, like Ms. Audra said, take a deep breath, relax, don't panic.
Okay.
Have a conversation with a financial advisor.
Yeah.
Typically what they do as a certified financial planner, get an idea of where you are, kind of an idea where you want to go, and then take the next step, okay? And so you don't have to do everything all at one time, but just take methodical steps in the right direction to get you retired and stay retired.
Well, already you sound calming, so that's good. Now, I know you host a podcast. So what are some of those the folks that call in on the podcast, talking to you about the podcast? What's like one of the main concerns right now with folks that are getting ready to retire?
Okay, so we really help people in the retirement transition and help them navigate Social Security. Hey, when to take Social Security? How do I navigate with taxes during retirement? And effective required minimum distributions with their 401ks. So that's a lot of complexity with that. And so what we do is we bring in CPAs, we bring in estate attorneys and tax attorneys in, because really we work in conjunction with all of these professionals to help the clients make the best decision possible, okay?
There are some folks that I know, including me, sometimes thinking about retire, wonder if I'm ever going to get to, I love working. But to be able to get to a point where I can say, you know what, I don't want to work today. I don't want to work this week. And I've got that taken care of. That's really where a certified financial planner really comes into play.
That's true. And I actually wrote a blog post on it, is, retire with training wheels. So, you don't have to retire cold turkey. You can do just like you said.
Ease into it?
That's right. Hey, work 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week. Take a couple afternoons off a week. Slowly get into it, because the number one thing people do when they retire is go back to work.
You do hear a lot about that, don't you?
That's right.
People that just decided that, well, I really don't like staying at home this much. I want to do something.
You get your honey-do list done, and they're like, and the honey says, you got to go. You got to go.
I can hear that. I can hear that in my head, right?
Yeah.
So for somebody that comes in or comes in, I guess the first thing they do would set up a consultation.
Yeah,
and kind of basically give them an overview, set up a game plan.
Yeah,
because everybody's got a different game plan.
Absolutely. It's not everybody goes to the doctor for the same ailment. What we typically do is we set up a 15-minute phone appointment, and guess what? You just ask, hey, what's top of mind for you and how can we help? And you just say whatever's on your mind. And that would lead us to ask some more questions to really get an idea of what the issue is. And a lot of times we can help people right on the first call.
Now, the podcast.
Retire Happy Podcast.
Retire Happy Podcast. How do we listen to that? What different platforms?
They're on all the different platforms.
Spotify, YouTube, right?
Yep,
Apple.
all that. And truth be told is that if you just Google Riverbend Wealth Management and you go to our website, you'll see the links to the podcast. But you can also do the podcast search for the Retire Happy Podcast. It's a blue logo with a mic.
Okay, well, so we may find a lot of answers on there that we're curious about, but I guess what you want to do is give you a call, and have a one-on-one.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that. You can click a link on our website, and it shows right up on our calendar, nice and easy. We also have over 100 blog posts that speak towards people making that retirement transition, and there's a search feature on our website. Just type in whatever is on your mind, Social Security, Medicare, and all the blog posts will come right up, and you can read as much as you want.
Okay, we'll put a link to your website on the show,
Sure.
or on the website rather after the show.
Sure.
And listen, thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us.
Yeah.
What we'd really like you to do is come back. I know the holidays are coming,
Yeah.
and a lot of budgeting questions come with
Yes.
with planning for holidays to make sure that there's plenty of month left at the end of the money. So we need to have you come back in and tell us
Yeah.
about doing some of that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That'd be great to have you on.
Can I add one thing about that?
Please
Yeah.
do that.
So you end up getting more, studies show you end up getting more happiness when you have experiences versus material items. Okay, so if you're giving something to somebody, think of it like a gift card to a restaurant or travel or things of that nature where they have to do experiences versus items. Items have a very short happiness shelf life.
I like that. Brandy, if you're watching, I'm ready for a cruise. With you. Jeremy, it's great to have
It's
you
a
on the
pleasure,
show.
man. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you so
Yeah.
much for coming on.